Hello everybody and welcome back to more Star Ladder action. We are set and ready to go. It's Vega Squadron versus ProDota Gaming, and I'm going to go ahead and throw up the bracket here for you to look over right now. Not super up to date, as we did witness in our previous series, the Danish Bears taking on KotLGuy, an absolute stomping from the Bears, secured them a spot into the semifinals, and they are now awaiting their up-and-coming opponent, which will be between these two teams here and now, Vega Squadron versus ProDota. I am KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit, bringing you the point casting, and I'm going to be joined remotely here. We've switched things up, got rid of Blaze, and now we got Mr. Ryu Boris back in action here. Ryu, I got to say, firstly, you did a wise choice in updating your Twitter name to Ryu Dota instead of Ryu Boris ZZZZ Dota. Great choice. Hold on, I can't hear you right now. That could be on me. One second, sir. Oh, wait, I think I can hear you. Let me tickle my... I got my adapter here. I gotta fond a little bit. Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Ah, there it is. It's working
good
now. I pleased it.
All
yes.
right.
All right. Hello, sir.
As long as you can hear me now.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Great Twitter name. And what is your early impressions? ProDota Gaming, a team we don't know a whole lot about, but is, you know, on the uprising, and they have a tournament with their own name. And Vega Squadron, a bit of a different roster, have been hot and cold recently. So
I want to give a flashback to what Dakota used to do right when he joined Beyond the Summit.
Okay.
Which was really cool. He would always remote cast, and then he would bring in like the stick figure of Mott.
Yes.
And all these good things, but ever since he's just, you know,
I'm just lazy.
And lazy.
No, I'm not lazy. I have a setup, but I do, I moved to California.
Oh,
I got an office space to work with. I have a green screen, but I've been having all these, like, if anyone followed my vlog or whatever, like, I had flooding issues. I could never set up my office appropriately with the green screen, because I want to, if I can't have my panel or my in-house casting, which should be happening more often for Beyond the Summit, by the way, less of these house castings. This might even be the last one. I wanted to be able to I wanted to create a virtual, you know, LAN environment with the green screen power, and I got to do that for a little while, like you were talking about, but sadly the magic has faded a bit. But I'm trying my best with what we got here. I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck with this, so let's make the best of it here. Early, a lot of green, a lot of nature happening here for ProDota as they get Nature's Prophet with their first pick, and followed up with Enchantress. Vega Squadron, Lone Druid, Vengeful Spirit gone with the days, the golden days of Vega Squadron winning ESL New York and Mag's Broodmother. It's Lone Druid Gaming now, Ryu.
Yeah, it seems like all the teams that got to the second round or like got a bye, they're winning the series. It just goes to show you that, yeah, sure, the first series of rounds of games were amazing, but these teams that were already bracketed in are amazing. And Vega is right up there alongside, you know, Danish Bears and the other guys here. So ProDota Gaming is going to have their work cut out for them. And, well, if the team can maybe take a game off of them, I think it's going to be them. So they have really good picks, as you're talking about here, with the Enchantress and Nature's Prophet, already banning out the DP and Bounty Hunter. So Vega probably want to ban out maybe the oh no, not OD, it's already banned. What else is really good against the Lone Druid? OD and DP are great.
Yeah.
Phoenix is pretty good against the Lone Druid.
Oh yeah.
Pop that Sunray on him.
Witch Doctor also could be a possible option for support. But a lot of the big
high priority for both.
Yeah, it's just but the other thing is that we're missing out on a lot of big bangers here in the mid lane. OD being banned, Death Prophet, Invoker. You might want to get what's left in the mid lane while it's still out there here. Vega ban out the Drow, something that could have been actually decent for their own lineup. Instead, they go for Ursa. This is no longer going to be the classic Vega Squadron Pasha Ursa, but here he is.
This is the Vega Bears now, guys.
The Vega Bears. The Vega Bears are coming. That's Vega Boys.
Oh, yeah.
You know, have you heard of them? Vega Boys? No? Am I too old for this stuff? All right.
No, it's too old. I know Vagabonds and stuff, but Vega Boys, that's past me.
It's like, we like to party. We like to
party.
I would
go with Yogi and Boo Boo.
Okay.
Who's the Yogi and who's the Boo Boo in this one?
Right,
I'm scared of both.
Sunday morning cartoons are a go. All right. Fair enough. But Ursa, as we know, very good against Enchantress, being able to take the man fight here. So ProDota now need to consider ways and potential to kite the Ursa perhaps, avoid a lot of confrontation, or even contest the Roche, if you will. Beastmaster, a popular pickup now. They've already committed for Nature's Prophet, but I was going to say, I wonder if it's too late for them to maybe swap up the roles a bit so you can get that map vision. Instead, they get the Wyvern Ryu, and then Vega quickly go for the puck.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's really left, as you talked about in the mid lane here, that can have a lot of impact in this game. Zeus left in the pool. Well, no, Zeus got banned. So I'm at arm's length. There's Lina that can do well against the heroes if they can burst them down, but I think they have too much single target focus then, and I'm trying to figure out how they're going to kill the lone druid. That's my biggest problem right now.
Yeah.
And with the DP ban, with all these mids banned, there's not much.
What about Fistful of Tango's throwback and get like Queen of Pain to match up against the puck?
Nah,
she won't do much against everyone else.
Yeah, it's good against the puck, but it's not great against the other heroes.
Be a dirty Viper player, Viper with Ursa. It's very good at kiting.
Viper, I thought about.
You thought about it, but it was a bad choice.
They
You didn't say it out
loud. They might just want to pick up their carry here. Yeah, I think Slark's a really good hero here.
Oh yeah,
they want to do it.
One of the few that could.
There's also Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit, yes, and that could be a mid lane Ember too, maybe. I don't know ProDota. Unfortunately, I don't know ProDota well enough to know what their hero pool usually is and how they like to play things out. They like the more tempo controlling mid laners, team fight, or going with a core pickup here. But you got to be dealing with an elusive puck.
10 seconds remaining.
It's going to be difficult
enough
to
get. PL mid versus puck isn't that bad either. Like what people used to do is pick PL against the. Okay, so you're going to be right there. But PL versus the Invoker, we saw how amazing QO was with that on MVP. But puck against the PL, it's kind of like the same thing where you can just keep on. I think if you just keep spam faking the lance and stuff, you'll make him use phase shift, and then you can take it to him. And so it's a hero that's really good, I think, in this game, just because there's an Ursa, lone druid, and then a lot of illusions. They don't have a really good way to wave clear.
Reserve time.
So it's something they could still obviously go for, that and or the Slark. So there are options there for ProDota, and I'll have to see what Vega's going to be going for instead here. They need to get their secondary support. I don't know if it's going to be a more selfless 5-position Venge and they want to get something more controlling, like now something that probably offers a fair bit of lockdown to work against this Queen of Pain, let's say, and even Nature's Prophet. I don't know if you need to go as far as getting like a Disruptor or something. Wouldn't be bad to have a kinetic field. Yeah, Lion, if you really want to get the extra catch. Certainly a Lion with a Blink Dagger would be able to get the grab on someone like Queen of Pain. Lion would be actually wonderful.
I think Lion's a really good hero against the Enchantress when you burst them down. Witch Doctor is great here for the Treants early on, the Enchantress creeps, and they also have the Ursa for his Fury Swipe. So they don't necessarily need to have a burst damage hero. Just having another stun will ensure the Enchantress demise as long as the Ursa's on top of them. So for Vega, I would either like Witch Doctor or Lion. Yeah. Disruptor's not bad. We talked about it because it can get a ton of pickoffs on the Queen of Pain.
Vega Squadron.
Banned, but yeah, Lion or Rasta or what was the other one you mentioned? You said another good one, Ash. Now I can't remember.
Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor. Yeah, Witch Doctor is good. Even against Nature's Prophet. Witch Doctor is good for both sides, but yeah, obviously ProDota already committed for their supports here. I mean, they could pull one hell of a Enchantress off lane, Nature's Prophet, safe lane. Who the hell knows, but. Technically, probably going to be going for like the Slark grab we were talking about before. Very good against the lone druid here, but then you anticipate Vega like, well, they could get something like a Slark. So which of these supports would be good to avoid someone like that or a PL? Either way, it's someone who's going to get in your face. Lion could be handy because you have the benefit of getting rid of the illusions in that case or not. So.
You can also stun the ground when he's TPing out, so you can stop that when he's Shadow Danced. And yeah, I think just Lion here, if you...
well,
that also helps out,
That's good. Yeah, I mean, it's fitting something like a PL. And no, ProDota say we're not going for anything that you might have slated in the cards. We're going outside the box. We're going PA. RNG, we'll hope, is on our side here. Ryu, why the PA? Why the PA here and now? And... does she have the kind of capability to kind of go toe-to-toe with not just an Ursa, but Ursa plus Lone Druid getting in her face?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is we're going to have to see how lucky she gets. You talked about it a lot, and It does cripple the Ursa a bit, but if Lone Druid's able to get up that Radiance, and I think that's just going to be enough burn damage to really hinder the PA. Also, you can just use your Savage Roar, get away from the Lone Druid, but then PA can keep chasing, right? You have this really cool low cooldown of the Blink, as well as the Stifling Dagger. So I really like it when you're chasing, but at the same time, do they have any utility or any ways to kill off this Puck? That's my biggest concern. Vega's Puck is just going to run rampant, I feel, unless, you know, you get a really fast Queen of Pain Orchid, or you just have that favorable matchup that you talked about, where this is a classic one. Queen of Pain, Puck, who's going to win? It's up in the air.
Both offer great mobility, good opportunities to get those first quick kills. Could come down to just as basic as the way they itemize at the start, or how their 4 positions could rotate in to make it work. Are we really going to rehost for a nickname change? Is that what they're talking about right now? I would rather move forward with the player, but it is the admin's call at the end. What they're discussing is, obviously, there's currently no ticket out for this Star Ladder / iLeague Invitational. It will obviously be out and available by the time the LAN comes around, but for right now, you have to like watch it through the player profile and stuff. And oh, whoa, was that Mag? Oh, yeah. So it's obviously confusing because without a ticket being attached to the lobby, the player's professional name or professional profile doesn't get linked to it, so their name doesn't auto change, which means when they come into the lobby with whatever name they rolled off their pubs with, they're going to be representing, like YOLO Baggins, for example, is Mag. It's a little frustrating, but honestly, it's like we're already in the game. I think we should just kind of move forward with it. But it sounds like there's a bit of an awkward pause here. I don't know if it was a legitimate pause or not, even Ryu, and I can't even understand that. But nonetheless,
let me get my Google Translate out. Too bad I can't copy paste.
Yeah, we'll
can't even spell those characters.
It looks like the players are like, let's just freaking play on. This is Dota. If there's confusion about the names, we'll deal with it. I'll try. You know, it's just one of those things. Also, it's like when I'm casting like a play-by-play fight, sometimes stuff's happening so fast you just read the name in front of you instead of like taking the extra step to be like,
Baggins.
Oh, like Vengeful Spirit, the boosting pro. Like off the top of my head, I'm like, wait, who is that? Actually, it's not Seema, so it's Solo, right? That's Solo. So it's Solo.
Should be Solo.
So now I gotta just make sure I keep that relationship in my mind. It just taking those extra steps kind of sucks, but I don't think it's worth a remake. Let's get underway, Ryu. It's unpaused. We're ready to play game number 1 of our second best-of-3 series for today. After this matchup, the winner will be moving on to face the Danish Bears in the semifinal. And then we only have like a series, 3 series left. And we'll find out the last European team to qualify for the LAN. Should be a good time. And we'll get underway here. No early rotations or confrontations here. It is a lane ward, and it is a first ward takedown from Seema. So Vega are going to be able to get the first ward down here, and it will be a bit uneasy for the safe lane side of ProDota.
And Death is going to be Pasha, if I can remember correctly. So I remember most of their names on here. I know Roger, that's correct.
No, wait, Pasha's not on this team anymore, is that right? Isn't he?
I mean, no one.
No one.
No, no one. Yeah, no one. My bad.
No one is there. No worries.
Worthy tribute.
No worries for no one. And yeah, Death is no one.
Death is no one. This is going to be so confusing.
Yeah. Well.
So.
All right. Looks like nothing too serious. Casual rotations out early. The lanes.
We have a guy called Whatever and no one, and then Whatever's doing something, but no. Okay.
It ain't gonna be easy here. Yeah. So I'm gonna work with what's in front of me at the moment, and we'll deal with it as it is. But Whatever does get a nice little creep pull back to the lane. We'll require the extra assistance here of Solo to kind of intercept a bit. Otherwise, this Nature's Prophet's just going to have a wonderful start. Free XP, free bits of farm. But you can say the same here for Mag, who has also done a bit of a steal himself. Pulled the wave all the way back, and Swivert is doing the best here to try to at least poke and prod this Panda Bear. Will force a resummon out early, but he gets the wave right under the tower, and both offlaners are going to have a pretty nice start here for you.
I agree. Well played from both of them, and then that's the tipping point normally for the early game, when you say, hey, he messed up the offlane pool, he messed up a little bit here, didn't get enough, and it's going to be even Steven. But the trick is with Roger here, He got unfortunate only with the Wildkin Ripper, so that's going to hurt him a little bit when he wants to go for ganks. He also just got a Centaur creep, so they don't have the best initiation right now coming in, and they don't have the necessary, shockwave creep to harass down the enemy. So it's going to be a little bit tougher sledding, and then you also have the CM doing CM thing.
The big reason we didn't really talk about in the draft when she was picked up, and obviously a solid grab here against the Enchantress,
nice deny.
that Frostbit. Nice little deny, yeah, we'll rid of the creep, but nonetheless still deletes the creep from the game. And there's a nice potential there for CM to kind of get rid of a big weapon from the side of the Radiant. So that forces more of a tri-lane situation towards the top. It looks like we're going to have a bit of a pause here coming out from ProDota Gaming. We'll continue to wait. Let's touch base, though, with the mid lane here. No one against Undershock. The Puck versus Queen of Pain here seemed pretty neck and neck with some favorable denies going the way of no one right now. This guy's a ridiculous mid laner, so we're just based on name alone, we're expecting him to come in and kind of have a better performance, but we'll have to see if Undershock can kind of hold his own. Any insight you'd like to add to it with your wealth of mid lane experience and probably lots of experience having that Qual versus Puck?
Yeah, almost won a tournament with this, the 1v1, but not enough. That's a really good play coming in from no one, and I think the key thing is for the levels early on is with the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain has a little bit of the advantage when she goes for the Shadow Strike, which she hasn't gone for. She's just going for the push out build, and then she's gonna try to rune control in this situation instead of going for the Shadow Strike play. So what you can do is you can Shadow Strike, make him use Phase Shift, and then get it off. But what is happening now, he's just wanting to push out the lane.
Yeah. And
top lane, whatever's going to go down. Nice body blocking, but that...
Oh! My God, that attack looked like it came out from a different game so far away. Seema's going to be able to get it, and that will be first blood for Vega right now. And it's on the lone Druid, so it does set the offlaner back a bit while things continue to go well for someone like Mag. Once the lane is pushed forward, he's happy to kind of rush back and start going to work here in the side jungle camp. It's going to be a pretty slow and steady game from Vega here with two hefty farmers. When does the fight really begin? Because, I don't know if it's going to be as long as when the Coil comes online here for no one in the mid lane on his Puck, or if the Ursa should consider getting involved. Do you think Vega are just going to be content with the laning phase and taking things slow for this one?
Yeah, I think Vega, they want to try to make sure you get Mag a good time. I'll hold that question for, since he's got 2 nets on him. I don't know how he survives.
Oh, Roger, though, eating a lot of damage under the tower. Tries to heal up. Not going to be enough. Will end up going down as a response. It will be Mag rewarded with the kill. He won't be there and alive for the XP, however. And it will be ProDota who get themselves on the board finally, but they lose another life for it, and it's just a matter of ProDota striking back. Could have gone a bit smoother here, but as far as Vega just kind of taking the game for what it's worth, sticking to their lanes and not looking for any serious fights at the moment, is that the all I thought never gonna happen here's whatever. Caught with a frostbite, right click, he's got the wand this time, he's gonna be good. Oh, long ball orb jump comes in from no one here, and he's gonna get whatever. No one kills whatever. Nature's prophet goes down. And it's just whatever. No one watched.
I told you, man. These names are going to be the death of us. You're going to have so many... Oh, bottom lane, though. Yep, tower could be going down.
Very early tier 1 to fall here in favor of ProDota Gaming, and it is going to be the PA who picks it up. The assistance from the Enchantress ever since that gank, it looks like they kind of maintain the pressure there. Kind of goes along with the theme of the question I'd been trying to ask, is that Vega are taking things as they are and just kind of with what lanes they're in. Some occasional jumps on the Nature's Prophet, but outside of that, not getting too proactive, and maybe ProDota Gaming were trying to, counter that by moving forward with the objectives here as they get the early tower.
Yeah, the biggest thing for this matchup in the mid lane is when you get those runes, right? You get a double damage, you get a haste, and then a lot of the times you can make some quick picks around the map. And then it's just going to be who has the TP rotations. So we have both TPs on the mid lane right now. That's a really good play, because these are both reactionary heroes in the mid. And Undershock, good job pushing out the lane here. And all eyes for me are going to be on this next rune. who's going to get the better end of the trade, and what's going to happen with that.
Got about 20 seconds till that rune does show up, but Undershock is about to be level 6 when no one made the commitment to that top lane for the gank. It did allow this Queen of Pain to kind of catch up and farm quite a bit, so pulled ahead in the CS game. And now the runes are going to be coming out. We'll see if Undershock will get the RNG rune here. Oh, just a bounty rune there at the top. We'll leave an Invis rune for the Wyvern at the mid. So ProDota could end up still using this as an opportunity to strike, but Vega are also doing work. Mid lane, they make the jump. That's the coil and a nice silence, and that is Queen of Pain quickly dead as they were getting ready to formulate something for themselves.
Yeah, it just shows you how important this mid lane is. Both of them can be dominant forces if you can shut down the puck. The problem is going to be them making initiation onto the puck, whereas, yeah, you saw what happened. You just Dream Coil, and then you get in range for the silence. Queen of Pain is way more susceptible to ganks. So now they're going to be rotating up to the top lane. I thought they might go behind the tower. Instead, going to be putting up this ward here from Soma. And back to the mid lane for Undershock. So not going to be making any rotations. And sometimes you see Queen of Pains when they die, they want to make really aggressive plays around the map, but there's just nowhere to go at this time. They're just trying to catch up, trying to get some levels up. And
yeah, I mean, top lane has that tri-lane where the supports remain in the dark, so you really never know if you're jumping into trouble yourself with that lead lack. And okay, well, Undershock, I mean, I was going to say, I'm sure he's real itchy to try to get that Sonic wave out in some use. He finds one, jumps in, annihilates the courier, and look at this, a follow-up going for no one without the ulti. Jaunt, commitment comes out from him, and oh, a bop on the noggin from the mighty Nature's Wrath right there. Whatever gets that pick off, nicely done in the mid lane from ProDota Gaming.
Yeah, and he still had 7 Magic Wand charges to work with for Undershock. He was going to get the better end of that. Just misplay on the phase shift and get really aggressive. Top lane, they're getting aggressive. Are they going to get turned around?
I heard a stun, but I didn't see it connect. I'm not sure if it was a misclick or not. But now a jump onto FN. He's going to be popping the ultimate to mitigate a lot of the damage. He's going to be good. But not going to be good is this Crystal Main. Goes for the stun. No stun is there. Goes for the TP and makes the TP away. Vega did not get caught out in what could have been a bit of a sticky situation here. Undershock forced to blink away as they build the pressure onto him. They'll have to round the corner, and it looks like that will be the end of it. But in the meantime, ProDota Gaming advanced their push because of this rotation, like what we saw in the bottom lane. And now they're going to get work done here at the top, taking out their second Tier 1 tower, while Vega have yet to really advance and get any work on any Tier 1, except for this mid lane now from no one.
This is just good pressure coming out from ProDota. They understand how their lineup can be a little bit weak when it's trying to initiate, right? We saw how problematic it is to get stuns off. They have 0 stuns in this lineup without the help of the Enchantress creep. So what they're trying to do is push down these towers, get a gold advantage, and going back real quickly to that courier kill, that was well worth it. 1,000 gold given away, but now you have this huge ultimate coming out from Furion. FN's gonna heal up to full.
Oh boy. Whatever is hanging right outside the Roche pit, it goes down. There's not going to be any contention for it. Root almost there, but whatever is going to be good. They step out and away. Ursa has the Aegis, but still ProDota Gaming look for a fight. Swap back save, no one. Going to drop the coil, but he gets blown up. Even though he gets the silence off, still loses his life. Oh man, Solo is just going in deep. Trying to get the stun off onto whatever as Mag comes in from behind. Sonic Wave, though, will be the response, and they get the quick kill on Solo. Meanwhile, YOLO Baggins, a.k.a. Mag, going to be able to get the kill, but Undershock gets the last laugh. A triple kill for him as he gets the cleanup onto the Crystal Maiden, and it will turn into a 3-for-1 trade. Yeah, Vega do get the Roche. They get to keep their Aegis, but they lose 3 as an exchange, and that is like a 1,200 gold swing for ProDota Gaming.
Yeah, well worth it in the end there for ProDota. Just able to put a lot of pressure on, get those pickoffs, and you have to wonder, why are you pushing there, Vega? You just got Roche. There's no point in initiating like that. I think Venge got really greedy for trying to save her own life, and that costs no one his. And without having the Blink Dagger to escape easily, just punished.
Maybe felt that with No one's capability to kind of be elusive and be able to make it away from the trouble. Now mid lane going to be tested. Whatever drops the trees, but a wild bear shows up and looks to run in. Yogi doesn't be going in, but whatever is going to get Colt saved up with the heal. Big crit comes out, and that is his Aegis already. Will the response be there from Vega? They got the coil at the ready here, ready to go. And the tier 1 will fall. They make the jump for Roger here. It's only the coil for the Enchantress, but she's still good. Finally will go down. Big Splinter Blast to fly out here from the Wyvern, and they'll get the Ursa down. This is looking good for ProDota Gaming. They make their advancement. Sprout not going to get a catch. Gives the vision. Seema's already made it away under a TP, but a double kill now. More multi-kills coming in here for Undershock. Great game for him so far. ProDota Gaming. Top lane now make the jump for Mag, but he gets the tower and a TP out. It looks like he may be handing over the bear, though, as an exchange. He already used that Savage Roar, so here is extra money in the bank for Garter, potentially. Okay, good. Gets the dagger. Oh, no. Okay, Sprout right-clicks. I just got to make sure this bear dies. There it goes. 300 gold now for the PA. So things still continue to go slightly better for ProDota Gaming at the end of these skirmishes.
Yeah, the worst part is feeding, like you talked about, the Undershock, all these kills. That's going to put up the fast Orchid now for him, and that's going to hurt out no one tremendously because he's only going to have his blink at the same time. Oh man, denied the rune too. In the face, smacked to this puck.
Yep.
Poor guy. At least he'll get that hit. That'll help him get closer, but as I was saying, Queen of Pain, with this rate of farm and the amount of ganks she's getting off, it's just going to be able to shut down the puck completely in these team fights with the Orchid.
And it looks like no one will be saving up for the Blink Dagger first, but a Yule's to follow could help against the Silence. So we'll have to see how his iron progression will continue as he advances down this bottom lane. It's top where the pressure could be coming, but as I say that, the PA does rotate herself towards the bottom woods where they could be coming across FN. Going to be spotted from the Centaur. Not fast enough to get the stun off, but they got the dagger. They got the Arctic Burn. And it looks like they could get the bear down. He's going to be popping off the ultimate, but they got the Sprout, and he just gets swarmed. So that is going to be a quick pick off there for ProDota Gaming.
Yeah, this bear is essentially a useless pick right now. It's only really for the counter of the Enchantress, and it's just getting the Roche. They've got it once, but I don't know if they're going to be able to have the same success for the next one, since ProDota are gaining map control, gaining a head full of steam, and this is looking very bad for Vega Squadron. Sure, you have the Lone Druid free farming, but he needs to have the Relic right about now and then have the Radiance in the next 2-3 minutes, else they could be going high ground for ProDota.
And they have the lineup to really push the envelope, so I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah. One good thing we should have noted too, KotLGuy, is no one.
Gotta be careful there, no one. He gets his blink and he tries to flex it, but he ends up going down. Even the swap was committed for the attempted save, and it did not matter. Undershock again.
I think he messed up. I think he wanted to go in and blink back, but something canceled it. Oh man, that's like, please push high ground, please.
Yeah,
That'd be funny if he baited it. He had buyback, and then they would get a team wipe, and then Vega would be back in this game, but not going to be happening. Going back to the point I was trying to make was the Cold Embrace. We just saw it work a few times already against the Ursa. It's crippling him. So not only does the Winter Wyvern Curse help once the Ursa activates all his spells, you can blow up an ally. It also helps when he's going on your ally. So this Winter Wyvern pick is doing an amazing amount of work on our Zeke.
It really is, and the ultimate is such a big factor this one. Obviously, you got to make sure you're using it appropriately amongst your team, as it can mitigate a lot of damage that you're trying to put out. But if focused on the right target, you got a Lone Druid out there with his bear, you got the Ursa out there with his swipes, you could instantly delete a hero from this game with the benefit of that ult. Or let's say they have to pull together something like BKBs, or the Enrage ulti coming out from the Ursa will be just quickly denied if it's under a full Winter's Curse. So a lot of potential from the pick. I really love the draft. We weren't able to really poke and theorycraft everything out during the draft itself, but you can really see it unfold in this game number one. It's a really a sight to behold. Now, ProDota Gaming are advancing down this mid lane, trying to continue the objective pace here, where Vega just cannot keep up.
And I'm trying to figure out what the purpose is for the CM pick now until the later stages of the game. That's why we didn't think about it, because its effectiveness has become useless these last 5 or 6 minutes, where sure, maybe if you have a good freezing field you can accomplish something, but those are far and few between you see them. So I would have loved to have the Lion in this game so they have a chance to blow up somebody, because right now all of their blow up damage comes from Ursa, and he still doesn't have a blink dagger yet.
It's just, I feel like the support staff that's behind him is, as you said, they're just very weak and insufficient right now. And Ursa will try his damnedest to build up to be the one to fall back on here, him and Mag, but they both need a lot more time to farm. Mag is top of the net worth right now, but Aftershock is just nipping at his heels, and then 2 others for ProDota Gaming to follow him, so so much more potential. And you can just look at the catch potential now. Seema's going to be forced to zone them back with a freezing field just so they don't kill him, but they made another catch. It was on a big target. FN goes down. Good work. Rotation from Undershock, and the jump in from your Nature's Prophet will lead to the pick. And now ProDota Gaming can just move on forward and see if they can even get a buyback out, if not some good respectful damage on this tier 3.
They're going to have 2 Orchids soon, and this puck is going to have a nightmare. Oh, no one, you have to get some kills here so you're able to get your Yule Scepter to counteract both the... That's the thing. Oh, here we go.
Jump, rift onto Coil, but they just quickly respond for the puck and get her killed. And this is a commitment in from Vega, and they're not getting anything yet. They finally will get the Chomp, taking out the Winter Wyvern, but they get their own response. A buyback from no one to commit for this fight now. Crystal Maiden also went down, and now they look for Roger here. No more mana, but with 2 levels onto Untouchable, it's still pretty difficult to take down this Enchantress here. And it looks like with the dagger and some extra slow, they may be able to get the stop. No! Good jump in from no one. Across the trees, we'll get the orb in the rift, and we'll burst her down. And I like that play. Whatever, TP's in ahead of Garter so he can get the blink up, and then he tries to slow him down with the Sprout. So Vega will hold. It cost them 3 lives, including a buyback there from no one. ProDota Gaming will lose a couple of supports, but really that's about it.
Yeah, and getting that kill, it's still got a 60% gold penalty. So at the end of the day, would have loved to have more or not have that death penalty when you got that kill. Because like I said, if he doesn't have a Yules, he's just going to keep dying every single time he initiates. He's going to have to rely heavily on the Venge swapping him out. But we haven't seen it yet, and that's the only way they can really save him at this point. But same time, at least Mag is going to be doing a lot of work in these team fights. You saw how strong he is when they try to make those dives. You saw how much damage the Radiant Bear can do. Oh, and they found out the stack. We got a DC. Good quick pause. Nice mannered pause from Garter. Well played.
Yep. As you said, the Bear has spotted out this big and mighty stack right here, which is slated for this PA, especially once she's able to get this Battle Fury together. Still has just a little bit more gold to go. If Vega can make a skirmish happen here, it would be really bad timing for ProDota Gaming. They're just trying to get the next finish of items and bring in some hefty farm. And Vega with a big boost here. They get a solid defense. It could be high risk, as if they do lose this fight, they now have no buyback there for no one, and it could be leading to disaster. But if it's a win, they'll get a huge net worth surplus and really shake the foundation here from ProDota Gaming. And they are looking to go for it here. And as you mentioned, Mag now has the Radiance, so that's a big tool for him. Meanwhile, they are going to get the quick pick. Crystal Maiden trying to do a bit of ward play there, spotted out on the bottom half of the river. ProDota Gaming will punish that one, while the rest of Vega make it out to safety. And now they smoke on the side of ProDota Gaming.
Warriors of the wood.
Oh, sorry, Ryu. I'm going to have to interrupt as my thing fiddled again. I don't know why it's doing this. Oh, they're making a jump actually at the moment for Solo here. They will get him down. Up and above, they want more. Uh-oh, did they grab little Yogi Bear here? Mag's caught, but jumping from no one leads to a coil. Catch on 2 with a rift, but will Mag... Oh, they got a big blast with the Sonic Wave. That's going to be finishing off no one. Mag is able to kind of sidestep here, and ProDota Gaming will kind of regroup. Looks like a bear could be caught out with the help of this Arctic Burn. They got the slow. They're looking for a free 300 gold. There it is, a crit with a dagger. Oh, man, what a nice little purse there going the way of PA. Oh, sorry, Ryu. Let me make sure I can shake this thing so when you talk we can hear it. Oh, oh. Hello? Hello? Sorry. What is wrong with this?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
KotLGuy.
Yes, sorry. That's my bad. All right.
All right, we're good. It's fine. It's fine. You just wanted to solo cast. I see how it is since solo's doing such a bad time. But
Come on, sprites.
this, I don't know, man. Their supports are just lacking too much impact into the game, and putting the back of this game all on Mag, it's not working out at all. And we talked about it, the Puck and the Queen of Pain matchup. That has to be the biggest thing in this game right now, is the timings of everything: the Blink, the Orchid, and the Blink Yules. So this one last fight it has to be at this Roshan fight, and if Vega lose, it's game over. But if they win, then they're back in it.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it would square things up back even, but it definitely would create more outs for them in this game to kind of make a bit of a pullback here. Ursa's going to be able to move in and get the Roche. They quickly follow it up with a smoke here, but it's only on Decima. So ProDota Gaming acknowledge that they can't do much to contest the Roche here and will opt to pull back instead. I mean, they have plenty on the map to work with. Nature's Prophet continues to begin his split pressure here at the top already. Creeps just moving into the base. No one will make quick work with that, but after completing the Orchid, is it... Oh, wait, what's happening? Oh, looks like quick TP out. After the Orchid here on your Nature's Prophet here, Ryu, what's the next best option for him? Do you get the Ags for that secondary split push kind of a game, or is something else necessary, like a sheep stick or a kiting capability? What would you think is the best bet? Ags?
I was going to say Ags from the get-go because, one, they don't have that much pressure onto lanes, and then you're forcing the lone druid to put his bear in a lane, and to combat that, you just send a lot of treants on top of him, make him not be able to resummon it, try to get off the pickoffs. Once again, you're going to have a DC from no one, maybe having some lag issues here, but it doesn't look like he wants to listen to us. He's going to go for a Force Staff. Now that's interesting. That's a really good thing to have when you're against the Puck and the Ursa. Yeah. They make that quick jump in, and then you force the person away after they drop the coil and the aftershock. So kiting is going to be the name for ProDota. They have a lot of ways to kite. Obviously, 2 blinks, one on the Queen of Pain, one on the Phantom Assassin, and I think the biggest thing for Vega is trying to catch out the Winter Wyvern. Like, they have to find a way to catch him out because he just has 2 huge ultimates right now, like 2 huge spells. I mean, his ultimate, one, it can reset a team fight, or we talked about it earlier, it can kill off a hero, and 2, you can save anybody with Cold Embrace right now. And I'm very surprised he didn't at least put another point, or if not 3, or max it here for Cold Embrace, because it is so valuable this game. But he's prioritizing the Arctic Burn, wanting to have that, I guess, that extra DPS, that extra chase potential coming on the bear or the other heroes.
Yeah, and he goes with an interesting build favoring the Arctic Burn, which kind of says they're playing more proactive Dota, but the way they itemize kind of conflicts it a bit with the grab of a Force Staff on Nature's Prophet. I mean, he could have even got a Maelstrom this game for extra pushing power, and then if you got the Mjolnir, it'd be nice to even throw on the PA, let's say. But going back to the Wyvern, he also opted to get an item I love to get on the hero, but I don't see a lot of pro players going for, is the Ether Lens. A lot of the other Wyverns still typically go for like your Glimmer Capes, Force Staff, let's say. Any way to extra assist on top of the Cold Embrace, especially that Cold Embrace kind of locks you in place in a meta where you have like Invokers and people who could easily take advantage of a target who stands still. It's nice to have a Force Staff to get him out from trouble. But what the Ether Lens really offers to Wyvern, the range is already so crazy for Wyvern as it is, but now it's like you can Splinter Blast and push back and outspan waves from eons away. You can get quick and easy saves with the Cold Embrace without putting yourself in too much trouble. And it's so much easier to even land that big Winter's Curse, especially on those support backliners. So there you can see already the first Splinter Blast. I zoom out to find out where the Wyvern is, and he's way down here. They still manage to catch up with him, though, and still take him down. What a jump coming out from Vega on that one. Possible response from Undershock. Steps in, he's got double damage, and quick Sonic Wave just annihilates the little fairy dragon. And now they want more. A move in, Seaman Slayer right under the trees, tries to go for a freezing field, but Undershock does have that BKB. And Undershock, man, he's playing one hell of a Queen of Pain, man. He's got a triple kill now. It's his second triple of the game. He also had a double kill at some point. Already
about to get an ultra kill.
11-1. Could get 11-1 here.
Oh.
Oh, Ultra not going to be there. FN with a quick sidestep out. Eat one little javelin. Man, what the chunk of damage from that one alone. And Vega just kind of put back in their place here. Felt like it could have been back on the rise for them after getting the Roche and the Aegis, and then that quick pick off of the Wyvern in the mid lane, but ProDota Gaming again just put them right back in their place for you. And here they are ascending into the high ground now of the mid lane, and will take out the tier 3.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yep. And giving a lot of respect to their opponents here. They're going to be backing out with no one respawning. That does help the Puck at least recover a little bit. Maybe he can farm up his Yules, because yeah, once again he gets Orchid, he dies. It's the same story, rinse and repeat. And Undershock, with that BKB completed, he feels immortal. There's no way they can stop him. The only thing that can happen is the Basher coming out from F and maybe screwing up his day. But I mean, Entangle does go through the BKB, but still, you're not going to be able to kill him with just an Entangle.
I mean, no one is trying to finish out his Yules to deal with at least one of the Orchid silences, but with multiples here, it's going to be a difficult time. They're going to try to go quickly for the deny, but as they did that, they glyphed it on accident here. So they get the deny, and they might be able to get a free 300 gold bounty here for the bear. Will be taken down, and could force Mag to go on cooldown here. I don't know if ProDota Gaming feel itchy at the opportunity for making a push across the river without an Aegis anymore on the side of Vega. Do you think ProDota Gaming should consider pushing things forward a bit more, or is time on their side that they have this PA who already has his Battle Fury and is about to have his BKB, or once he gets the BKB, do you look for a fight?
Yeah, I was going to say that. You just wait for the PA to have the BKB, fly it out here, and then they can make something happen around the map. Another thing to note is they could have potentially baited out the bear. Since they know Mag had to resummon it, he didn't send it immediately to split push. And he's still kind of keeping it relatively close to him because he knows they have Nature's Prophet, and if he dies on the bear, that could be an easy high ground siege, or it could just be over because all the net worth is on this bear. And he doesn't have a resummon.
Yeah, Radiance, Midas, and 2.5k. Mag continues to try to swole up this bear as much as possible, but now looking for a fight without having the secondary resummon is not really ideal here for Vega. And now with that BKB in hand, ProDota Gaming smoke up and go on the offensive here with a big fight. This could end up leading into potential racks. No one mid lane. Gonna get quickly Orchid. It has the Yules. Do they have the secondary silence waiting? No, Nature's Prophet not looking to get involved with this one, so no one has made chase, and it seems like it may not matter in the end. It's going to be a bit of a sweaty fight, but finally they'll be able to bring him down. Nature's Prophet shows up now. No Orchids necessary for it, and Puck is going to be out of the picture now for nearly a minute without a buyback available to go. So here comes ProDota Gaming, Ryu. Let's see if they can do some work inside the base.
Yeah, Vega gets so desperate if just for farming and pushing out lanes. That's what they have to do when they're so far behind. You sometimes have to make risky plays, and he thought he felt safe at the Yules, but this is going to cost him 2 sets of racks here, and I'm trying to figure out how Vega come back from this.
There's a big question here, and if you're a Vega fan, you are asking yourself the same question indeed. But it looks like this will be the first set of racks to go down with 10 more seconds on the clock here for no one. Will they continue to make the push happen? They already have the Treants inside. Looks like ProDota will await the creep wave and rethink some of their options on this one, if it's justified to kind of make that move into the base again at this time, or if they want to stall things out and try to contest the Roche. It looks like for now they'll just kind of dance out in front. As long as they can force Vega to be kind of huddled together like little sheep inside their farm, it's fine for them because they can continue to farm the majority of this map.
Yeah, they're going to be the ones playing Farmville, but it looks like they want to be playing the aggressors now. They're tired of being sheep, Dakota. They want to spread their, I don't know, wool. They don't have wings. Flying sheep don't exist yet. And if Vega win this game, pigs can fly, guys. So that's how far behind they are. It's very hard because ProDota, they just no one to pressure. They're doing so good. Oh my goodness, you just blinked in top of them. No one. They
got a hard commitment from Undershock, while they also scoped out no one on the back end side. There's the Sonic Wave and kill. Quickly takes out while Ursa did get a catch, finishing off the Nature's Prophet, ProDota Gaming were split up quite a bit for this engagement, so it did catch him off a bit, and they'll have to do this push without the Nature's Prophet. So it was a little bit awkward. A fight that kind of goes in favor of Vega. To give you an idea how far behind they are, that one Nature's Prophet kill gets them a little over a 1,200 net worth swing.
That's a pretty big deal coming back into this game. And you saw the problems, right? Vega, they're able to TP out with 2 heroes. Puck got away because they didn't initially go on him. The double Orchid wasn't there that it needs to be. So I would really love for Undershock to go for a Sheepstick next, right? They need to have some reliable lockdown. And he is going to be my main man to get it.
Can he get it, though? We'll have to see. He's eyeballing no one here, but he's been spotted out with a Savage Roar into a root. Beautiful lockdown from Mag is going to be forcing out the BKB here from Undershock. And he's quickly
bottom
put
lane.
back. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they got some good Javelin work here onto FN.
Man. How did he get a... Wait, what? How was he able to blink away then?
You know, I don't know. He popped his ulti and then just blinked away. And I know there was impetus flying, so...
And there was, I think the PA was attacking him too. I am so confused right now. Does Enrage... Wait, what? I don't think Enrage makes you... It's not like you're immortal. You don't get like a Ghost Scepter or immune to damage forever. That was just a little bit funky. Maybe I kind of want to watch the replay. I don't know. But that's neither here nor now. But Vega's still on the back foot. They are still getting items on Mag, but it looks like it's just the Mag versus everyone show. Sure, you have Ursa here at 11k net worth, but as we've seen, if he blinks in on the front lines, he can get dealt with pretty easily. He needs to have a BKB here for FN, and he has it in 900 gold. So that's the good thing. They are still getting farm on their cores, so it's not all over just yet.
Vega are advancing here into what could be a trap from ProDota Gaming with Undershock waiting on the side. He makes a jump in, looks to go for no one. No one quick with the self-fuels. Now the bear dishes out the Savage Roar, but it looks like they will be taking the bear down. And there will be one more summon left for Mag to work with. He pulls it out now so he can get it right back onto cooldown. I'm also trying to watch the stream on the side to see if I can see how he was able to blink away, but I might have just missed it. I'm not too sure, sadly. Oh well. It will be a mystery for now. Maybe I'll check out the replay in between games if I have the time, because I'm just as curious as well. It looked like he was getting hit with javelins, so now Vega smoked up. And we'll see if they're going to get a potential catch. Could be on Mr. Garter here. Swap. Stun. Stun. Silence.
BKB.
BKB. Yeah, he's dead. Mag's now dominating on his lone druid. ProDota Gaming were nearby, but...
Oh, dead?
A jump in from no one.
No one?
Quick Yules, now silence, now dead. And unfortunately, Vega were not able to make that kind of jump. Don't lack a bit in the mobility department. And now a run in from Mag. Big Winter's Curse. Look at the bear. It's just chomping up poor little Vengeful Spirit. Not enough to finish him off, but very close. And eventually will get cleaned up there from Undershock. And then moves in. Big Sonic Wave. Gets the double kill, finishing off the Crystal Mating on top of it.
It's a Savage Roar.
And now we'll see Mag picking up the pieces here for the rest of ProDota Gaming. In their first real big fight of this one. It cost them a buyback to get involved, and it looks like they got Roger. No one. Back in action right now, sets it up with the Yules. It's another buyback for him this game, but it leads to a triple kill for FN. Huge fight for Vega Gaming right now. And they'll be able to get it Roche. Is this enough to put them back into even territory almost this game?
Yeah, I think it does. It just gives a lot of wiggle room now because you have the Aegis and the Cheese. And you can put those on your Ursa, you put the Cheese on the Lone Druid, and they essentially have 2 lives now. And that was gifted to them on a platter. Like the only way they die is from a vengeful stun or you know the Ursa I was talking about, blinking and then just perma bashing you onto Garter. And it happened. It actually happened. It was nighttime. He walked up the hill. He got stunned, didn't BKB, and the rest is history.
Double damage.
Fighting a 4v5, it's a losing cause when you don't have your main right clicker there.
A little bit of a risky place to farm. His team was kind of in the neighborhood, but not close enough to help in a moment like that. So, unfortunately, it's the risk he takes being out there past the river after they already pushed on in. And, ooh. You can see, Vega are still itching at opportunities to get quick catches. Tried to make a jump for the Winter Wyvern there in the mid lane. No one, not going to be able to get the catch this time. You know, it's still been a very difficult game for the puck, but he's still able to kind of make an impact in a lot of these fights. You know, cursed up now. Oh, good swap. Pulls him away, but right into the bear, and he almost dies from it. Now they make their jump, and no one does go down, and then they get the quick follow-up for the Vengeful Spirit. Oh, man, ProDota Gaming all set up from the Winter Wyvern ulti.
The MKB doing work.
Cheese barely in. Wyvern, here comes the big Crystal Maiden ultimate. It's going to be enough to finish off the Wyvern. 2 for 2 now. We'll round things out.
Okay, well, there went your PA. FN is a monster. Didn't even lose his Aegis. Just 5-shotter. This is looking very scary when your main physical DPSer is getting taken down in 5 swings. And just the reaction time there from Winter Wyvern. I think once he went down, they just don't have any saves left against this Ursa. And, oh boy. I thought Mag was going to be the hero. Maybe it's FN.
Yeah, this is crazy. This game is going to be back to even on the net worth before we know it. What was once just slightly over 1,500 net worth for ProDota Gaming, we're now down to 10K. XP is already back the way of Vega, which has been the biggest reward of these fights. And FN not looking to let up. Just when Undershot could think he's safe here, FN goes back on the move with an Invis Rune. And might be crossing paths with Wyvern. Let's see how fast he's able to take him down. Boom, bang, bong, boom! See you later. No cold embrace, no nothing for you. Just insta-death. But here comes whatever, steps in, has to sprout, and FN doesn't have a way to chop out from the trees. And he'll lose his Aegis just like that. Vengeful Spirit shows up, has a swap if he needs to get the save, but it will not be necessary this time. ProDota Gaming will lose their Wyvern support in exchange for the Aegis factor on Vega.
Yeah, and that's still good for ProDota. They managed to take away the cheese in the last team fight, and this little skirmish, they took away the Aegis just for support. So at the end of the day, I would say ProDota coming out a little bit ahead there, just because now they might be able to blow up FN. So, and he doesn't have buyback right now. Obviously, that can make a huge role. He went for the split push of the Boots of Travel here, and if ProDota would have made a smoke play right then, it could have been game over, but they don't have the information as we do, and I don't even know if they have any more smokes. They played so aggressive this game, and yeah, they don't even have one for the next 3 minutes.
3 minutes and none in their pockets here, so the smoke opportunities are already gone. Set up a lot of potential for them in the early game. Top lane, Undershock and whatever, looking to go on the move. And just as fast, Vega will head away from the trouble. We'll take a look at the vision here to see. And you can see that Vega do have a pretty deep ward here. So they can see the rotation coming in from ProDota Gaming. When we look at ProDota Gaming's wards, they are still a bit in the dark. Definitely don't have anything to offer on the side of Vega's map at the moment. And there's not even a gem for either side.
Yeah, the gem just got purchased for the Vengeful Spirit. I was going to talk about when are they going to actually get it and just start dewarding. And the funny thing is, like you said, there's no wards from ProDota. It's like they've already countered everything because they have no wards to work with. This is the last one for them here, as well as here in the bottom lane. So they have 2 to work with, but it's not giving much vision of the enemy. So I guess the one good thing right now is for ProDota is still you have the Furion on your team. He's just constantly split pushing the lanes, and I bet he wishes he had the FN he just got it. Okay.
Ooh, blinks up, but has the TP there and will be able to make it away just in time. ProDota Gaming now coming in from the south here. Vega though are certainly not the same team that was easily bullied around from the first half of this game. They have now quickly become the powerhouse squad, and we'll have to see. ProDota Gaming, if this fight does not go in well, Vega might have just taken over in the advantage department. So, I mean, it kind of feels that way now, but Vega are still down a mid lane set of racks here, and it will definitely come down to how this fight could pan out. It's a huge claim for probably taking over the Roche territory soon, but ProDota Gaming are not willing to allow Vega to kind of get it again. Yeah,
I think the biggest thing right now is for Vega. They have 2 MKBs on their side. That's going to help you know, shred the PA in these team fights. And you're just going to have to find better ways for Garter to kite around. As we talked about, the Force Staffs are going to help him out. But other than that, maybe they could use even the F-Blade in this game. It's something crazy. You don't see it a lot of times. Maybe flashbacks to FY God, I think it was. Or was it Fenrir? I think it was Fenrir. Using a Ghost Scepter in like a 60-minute game for F-Blade. Yeah, and then, man, what a huge play that was. But you can also see how it synergizes really well against the Lone Druid and the Ursa. You can't really get Solar Crest anymore. That's what Wyvern was working on, but it's not going to help with the evasion anymore. So, and what next for ProDota? I guess just pushing the map as best they can with the Nature's Prophet, and then waiting for the next smoke. Maybe wait for the next Roche, and
that might be their best option here. They don't have a whole lot of time to work with, though. Still have about another minute or so before the Ghost Timer does show itself, and Vega are making quick work to keep these lanes pushed and away from the base. That way, also, if they happen to come across a big fight and an advantage, they have a quick lane to spring to try to do some work inside the base of ProDota Gaming here. So, push through this bottom lane and possibly look for a cut towards the mid. ProDota Gaming are already at the mid. Probably head north, though. Oh, but they smoke. Yeah, they'll probably head up into Vega territory here, but might miss their opportunity. Or not. Ooh, we might get that fight sooner than later. It looks like they're both going to head right towards each other.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
shock
attack.
out front.
Good positioning from Soma.
Yeah, he is right under the tree, so the smoke will be popped. He just goes right for freezing field. ProDota Gaming see this and they're like, ooh, that's weird, and just pull right back. So this fight might end up not happening. Good spot out from Seema there. Could have been an advantage for ProDota Gaming, and instead they will hold the bottom lane and take the tier 2 down.
Well, need to be careful here from whatever. We got a Mad Bear. Mad Fuzzy Wuzzy. And, yep, that's just going to cost you a tier 2 tower for a D-ward. So, I think the biggest thing, too, is talking about it. Now they have no smokes for the next 10 minutes, whereas Vega, they're going to have one on their side in about 2 minutes, or, yeah, 2 minutes roughly, and then they can try to make a huge play. So, it's no joke in these late-game situations that smokes can win you the game, just because it allows you to have really good positioning, get that great initiation, and top lane, though, do they have Boots of Travel on anyone? That would be nice. None on the Queen of Pain. Could set up for this kill on FN, but no other TP rotation can come in.
And obviously, this Nature's Prophet alone not going to be able to do it, so he'll be forced to just spot out and watch FN farm in front of him. FN already picking up his MKB, has his Basher and 3,600 gold already saved up. He decides to build that straight for something like the Abyssal. ProDota Gaming still hang around the neighborhood, are trying to claim the Roche area. They've already put down a nice obs ward up on the typical high ground here. So we'll have to see if Vega are going to eventually put their attention down there as well, go for a D board here, because we got less than a minute before probably the most important Roche of this game will pop up.
Yeah, it'll be the 4th one, and whoever gets that is probably going to be able to close out the game. If it's ProDota, I think they might have enough to, you know, take another Rax, maybe, and then force them into holding for Mega Creeps. And if it's Vega, maybe they can finally get on the board with one of their own Raxes. But let's look at the buybacks now. This is key time, prime time. All the cores have it, except for no one. So that's the only worrisome thing right now. But at the same time, we haven't felt the impact of the puck at all this game.
No.
But finally, he has something useful. He has the axe. There's 2 BKBs on the other side, and you have to get it off before they BKB. Else it's going to be useless.
They do have swap, so one target can get still swap, snap, stunned.
Nice.
But that swap
That's
could also
just be
that could just be reserved for the Ursa though to save if necessary. But if they really need that lockdown, then they do still have that Vengeful Spirit as an option to go for. And it'll be steady as she goes at this point. We get to mention it after, and it might have not been noticed because of the name changes, but I believe Sexy Bambo is also standing in for ProDota Gaming. Wasn't he standing in? I think he's whatever.
Yes, he's whatever.
All right, so we didn't make that connection before for people who are watching, but whatever on the Nature's Prophet is Sexy Bambo, who is currently stepping in for ProDota Gaming. Roche goes down just as Wyvern does appear at the pit. He will be picking up the Aegis here. And that will be the end of it. A big one. And then a quick jumper. No one comes out from PA. And he gets the crit. Looks like they could get the bear as well. They're not going to be able to get the grab on the TP there from the high ground, but no one's out for a minute. Bear goes down.
Top lane.
Top lane, Nature's Prophet pushing in for the tier 3. Looks to make a retreat. Seema tries his best to catch up, but he's already out of there. Using that Force Staff as a blink almost and just make it away from potential trouble. ProDota Gaming. Good grab from them. This PA is starting to suddenly hit pretty damn hard. It's just a matter of if the crits are coming her way or not.
Yeah, they have 2 reliable lockdowns going. One is going to be going through the BKBs, so Abyssal Blade is going to be key if you can get it off onto the Ursa. And 2, that Queen of Pain, instant reaction with the Hex. Just picked it up before that team fight. And ooh.
Good little siege will secure the tier 3 on the bottom lane here for ProDota Gaming, and now they'll opt to step back and play this one like sharks in the water. Vega, though, we look to their high ground defense. It's pretty respectable here with your coil, choke point fighting, a good place to be for your level 2 swap. I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold here. Vega certainly now back against the ropes a little bit. Look for a pick-off here. Nature's Prophet, jump in, still not going to get the spot, but whatever. Ooh, gets the self-sprout. Oh no, it gets cut down. The Savage Roar will cancel out the TP. Seema going to get canceled out. He goes Ghost! He goes TP again, and he makes it away. Oh, the Crystal Maiden Freezing Field was used as well. What a play from Bambo.
Yeah, normally he makes these crazy plays and he dies, but when you see him live like that, it's just amazing to watch. So paying off there in the end. See him ulti down, it's not the biggest deal, but yeah, it's still a nice ulti to have during the team fights. But good plays, Bamboo. Good plays. So we can start not calling him whatever. Although I like that name.
Yeah, I'll probably still call him whatever. It's fine, you know, but
yeah, whatever.
We know who he is now. No secrets.
That was a whatever play.
It was a whatever play. Mr. Bambo. But here we are again. And I don't know if Vega are going to get gifted the time to stall things out for another Roche. They still have the Aegis to work with here on the FN. But items are starting to trickle in bit by bit here. Abyssal now done for FN. Maybe that's enough to force Vega to make a go for a fight. They're going to get Bambo. They're going to try to. This time they got the Abyssal. Oh man, that's all the time it takes. So Bambo, that was a whatever play. You can't now. Now he knows his clock will get rocked with an Abyssal Blade out there on the field. Might have to be a bit more careful when he split pushes these side lanes.
And another huge item that we haven't really gotten to talk about is because of all these funky plays is the Lone Druid having the eggs. He's had that completed for about, I think, 3 minutes now. And that just allows him to play like Arc Warden. You just sit in your base as the Lone Druid, and you just leave your bear, go push out lanes, go attack, go be your right clicker. But that's the big thing now. He just bought the Basher on the bear, doesn't have buyback, so if they do find out Mr. YOLO Baggins himself could be all over. So it's going to be very interesting how this high ground defense goes for PD.
Alright, tested here in a moment. Vega begin their advance. Aegis still in hand here for FN. Bear begins to go to work here with that huge sieging damage. This tier 3 already at half of its life, and they don't want to commit a lot to stop him from doing it, but that means a tier 3 is going to be going down with what looks like very little effort here from Vega.
Oh!
Big jump in, and they just blow up the puck. What a catch of a curse. Coming out from Wyvern. Now Undershock moves forward. BKB off. They're looking for the pick on the Vengeful Spirit. They got the Orchid. The Orchid will conclude. And now a jump in from behind for Seema. Or Seema getting caught out, rather. They still make the move for Vengeful Spirit. And will take both supports down. A double kill for the Wyvern. And here comes ProDota Gaming.
We need to check buybacks. CM doesn't have one. Venge does. Puck does. They need to be a little bit careful. They don't have the Wyvern ulti to fall back upon. Don't get too overzealous. They can trade with Nature's Prophet going for the top racks. He has the Desolator. He's had it for a very long time.
How many times must I set
Buyback comes out from the Venge. Can they get this bear down? They're going for it here, but the quick turnaround is the jump that comes from FN. Quick slashing here. Garter gonna shocking. Garter's gonna be forced to blink away. Now the Rax is under pressure. They're gonna be losing one Rax, but they eventually will take the PA down. While that happens here, Bambo continues to work on this top lane. Tier 3. Now gonna be going down as no one makes chase. Bambo, a man on the run here. Abyssal down for 30 seconds. Can they get him? Goes for the Ghost. He's good. Nah, Missile will end up catching him, and as the Ghost will expire, the Slash will come in. Beyond godlike right now for FN on his Ursa. We'll reevaluate the base damage here. Ranged Rax on the bottom lane will end up going down, and they lose their tier 3 at the top. And Vega, they have to use buybacks there. They had a buyback on no one, I'm sure. Was used.
Yeah, buyback on him and
Vengeful Spirit as well. Yeah.
Problem now is they have the ulti on Wyvern. You have to be very careful. Careful sieging this high ground. Oh, FN. I could just see him blowing up the Venge right now. I'm very scared. This Wyvern has been on point from Arzik, as well as, oh my, FN.
Oh, he's got to be forced to cheese up. Roger is now a factor this game. Oh, but so's FN, man. He makes quick work of the Dragon and eats him up. Could go for Roger next. Coil on the 2. This is Vega's time to infiltrate and make work happen. Mag is happy to quickly clean up the racks while the rest of his team creates the space to do so. It looks like they'll be able to catch out Seema trying to TP away. Undershock. Long Orchid connection there on for the Vengeful Spirit, and they continue to pursue. And it looks like they'll be able to get her. As the dagger will catch, it will slow her down just enough, and that will be the dieback there for the VS. Now out for over a minute without a buyback. Back the other way we go here. It looks like Ryu's ProDota Gaming need to make their own advancement. They have just lost their mid lane set of racks.
Yeah, it was nice of them to hold on to their buybacks because the Ursa and the Lone Druid didn't pop any buybacks during that last engagement. They can't afford to waste them on the side of the PA as well as the Queen of Pain. So good. I think it was just worth it saving their buybacks because one Rax going down right now. It's not the end of the world. It's just evening things up. But Vega still having heroes dead with the Vengeful Spirit. They have the Wyvern ulti on top. They know the cheese was popped. Everything's their way right now.
They got 2 bears to work with. Rax now down to about half of its life. The Treants continue their shredding of it. Jumping from no one, kicks 3. Bike back. The BKB, the force stun. Turn around from Undershock. Sonic Wave going to be there and gets the quick snipe of the Crystal Maiden. Now they look over. Big Winter's Curse on for FN. The bear chomps him down. It's bear on bear hate, and it's going to be the kill. Enchantress picks up that one. It's going to be forcing out the buyback now from FN. Roger rounds the bend and will reposition with the rest of...
Bamboo he tried for the top racks. Now all eyes are on him. Jukes no one. He's out. They did get the bottom racks. Well played so far from ProDota once again. And they want to put more pressure in here.
Yeah, they're on the bottom, and Undershot could be in trouble here. There's the Yules. And that's the kill. ProDota may have overextended a bit at that point, but it looks like they'll quickly learn their lesson and get the hell out of there. They walk away from this one cleaning out the other racks, and now it's 2 lanes of racks down from Vega. They're stuck at this moment with, well, not as many buybacks. FN just uses his, so out for a buyback for 6 minutes. Mag still holds his, though, so I'm curious to see. It's probably just them stalling out for the Roche. It's still a minute before it's up. We'll have to see if ProDota Gaming are going to contest or take it away. If they take this one away, the game is as good as theirs. Vega will need this Aegis to stay alive.
Yep, they're going to... Vega definitely on the back foot just because they don't have the buybacks like you talked about. And I think the biggest thing right now is ProDota, 52 minutes in this game, their supports are just dominating right now. Arzik, we can't talk about him enough. He has the 4 staff on now online. He's doing absolute work in every single team fight, as well as Roger. He's kicked it up a notch with the Ags, with the Dragon Lance, as well as the Moonshard intact. He's pumping out insane amount of DPS in these team fights, and I just think, yeah, when it's in this late game situation, you have a CM, you have a Vengeful Spirit. Sure, that's helping you save somebody with the Venge swap, but it's nowhere near the same impact.
Both of these supports on ProDota Gaming have just such late game potential with the Winter's Curse and obviously Enchantress doing the right click bottom lane. Abyssal the other way. This one for FN. It could be a dieback for him. He's got to get the hell out, and he does not. He's out for 2 minutes without a buyback. Vega, though, still determined to fight, get off the big Dream Coil, locking in Garter here. But the Cold Embrace keeps him alive and well. Freezing Field will be the follow-up. However, PA barely alive and is able to make it away. Look at Garter, alive on the outside. Tosses in the dagger. Vega.
How's the bear alive?
Whatever. They get Bamboo, and they will get the follow-up. They both end up getting dropped here. Vega still doing it. And it's going to be a quick jump in from Undershock. Sonic Wave going to be committed, but not going to get the kill. Buyback does come out from Mag. And now looks for the Wyvern. The Wyvern is going to be going down. No one's still on chase here for Undershock, who's made it up north and away. He's the last survivor here from ProDota Gaming. It's going to cost Vega another buyback, this one for Mag to hold, but it does get them the fight.
Does Ags Unload Druid keep the bear alive after he dies? Is that a thing?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I never knew that, so that's pretty cool. I was like, he's still alive.
And
the Lone Druid's bear is still alive. And well, learning stuff every single day, guys, and that's a pretty nifty thing to know. So he didn't even really need to force the buyback until his bear died. So that's unfortunate. And then now, forcing the buyback is good timing because now Roche is up, and they're going to have it for the side of Vega. Still, though, the map pressure is on from ProDota once the Furion comes back. So I think Vega, they might want to just try to go down mid lane here.
Definitely want to keep the pressure across the river and away. Not even needing the Ursa for this one. It looks like they'll hold it out and wait for the Ursa to come regardless. Does allow a bit of time for ProDota Game to come back and not have to worry about using any buybacks whatsoever. We'll have to see if they're going to be ready to defend the incoming pressure from Vega now that they have this Aegis, or if they are going to opt instead to maybe have Bamboo split pressure the lane. There goes the Aegis. Ursa shows up. FN will be picking up the extra life, and Mag is going to grab the cheese. Oh, here comes ProDota. They've smoked up now towards this mid lane. Ooh, they see FN here. They're not making the jump yet. They have Blinking Curse to lock him, but they know that the Roche was just done nearby, and teammates are probably going to be pretty close.
Not having vision, like you said, Aegis, it's not the ideal target. Maybe if they had the bear right by him, they could easily blow him up. But they have bear hunting season, not in the mid lane, but it's the top lane, and that was brutal.
Quick, easy bear kill. And that's going to leave Mag with only one bear for the fight to come. He just got that one off cooldown. Vega are moving down mid lane. Are they going right for the jugular? What are they doing? They're thinking about it. They got the FNG. Waiting for the creep wave to come in, and they could quickly cut somewhere else. Now, while this is happening, Undershock is going to work there, and that is going to force a lot of rotations back from Vega. So Vega pushed down the mid lane and kind of take an FNG, but then have to walk away and head back to base already for defense. Their last set of racks is already exposed, and one of them now has been beaten quite a bit. The range racks here, so Megas within moments here for ProDota Gaming.
And that was a really good play, just going on the high ground, forcing them to all TP back. I thought Bamboo could have stayed in the top lane, kept putting the pressure on, send your treants onto the racks or something, force them to try and TP back. And then if the fight does break out, then Bamboo can just TP back. So maybe not the best decision here in the late game, but he wouldn't have gotten the melee racks, just maybe the range. And which is still a big deal, giving your allies an extra boost. What is it, 300 gold or 250 to everyone?
For
the Rex?
Oh yeah, it got buffed twice recently. I want to say it's just right around 300.
I think it's 300. It's okay, guys. If we're off by 50 gold, you can sue me later. Scream at me, say I suck. I just learned
two
something new
different
with
times,
the
I guess,
bears.
to kind of balance things out because they nerfed the farm potential from like the jungle and the creeps, so you get rewarded that much more when you're able to actually do some serious objective work. So it gets them a lot. The net worth isn't really far off in either direction. Same with the XP. This game, as far as economy goes, is pretty even. But ProDota Gaming are on the verge of going for the Megas, while Vega could either be going for the win, which it looks like they are. They're going for the win, while ProDota are casually also going for the Megas here. Bambo's going in. That is going to be the curse, and that is going to be the first slice of FN. Sonic Wave to fly out. Big pure damage. Undershock is going to get caught under the coil. Now they jump for Undershock. FN begins to go to work, but the Cold Embrace will keep him alive. Man, Arznek is going to be doing serious work on this Wyvern. Seaman now forces out the freezing field, gets the kill on the PA, and PA is going to be forced to buy back. It's Megas unleashed here. Vega, they got to get it done here and now, or the game might as well be over. And it looks like they're going to be forced out from the base already. They move in. The second bear is dead. It's YOLO Baggins in YOLO mode, as Mag has no other comrade to work with. A jump in from Bambo now. We'll get the catch for Mag, or for no one rather. No one is going to be dead. And I think this is going to be the beginning of the end here. Vega now face mega creeps inside their base. ProDota managed to hold them off. Barely won tier 4, almost taken down. And ProDota Gaming now parade towards Victoryville. We'll just see if the one last-ditch defensive effort here from Vega to hold off.
Yeah, just no one's had a very hard game this time around. He's just constantly getting picked off, and even when he comes back to the team fight, they just have so many ways to deal with them. It's the Orchids, it's the Sheep Sticks, everything's just holding him in place, and he can't do anything. And it's just, yeah, 3 cores against 2, as well as, I feel like Winter Wyvern is a core of this game. I mean, the amount of plays he's had, it's spectacular so far, and right now, Vega definitely can hold against the Mega Creeps since they did get a Rax, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough sledding, and the only way they can really mess up from ProDota is trying to end the game too fast here. Maybe they should wait for buyback, maybe wait for Roche. Don't want to get too overzealous since they only have buyback on Queen of Pain, Winter Wyvern, and Enchantress, but it's just not all of them.
Let's see here if Vega can find an opportunity to take advantage of ProDota Gaming when they feel like they might have this one in the bag. Or ProDota Gaming are going to be a bit more disciplined about their final push here. Curse is going to be a connection here on for solo, and Mag will be able to easily get rid of his partner in crime. And now they'll be down the Vengeful Spirit. Another jump here, this one from Garter on for FN. Nicely followed up. After they get the Sheep Stick, they lock him down with the Abyssal Blade, and there'll be no defense coming out from Vega. After a hard-fought, hour-long game number 1, Ryu, it's ProDota Gaming who will get the win.
Oh man, that was an amazing game. That was all ProDota, Dota. It was all them for the first 20 minutes of the game. So kudos to them. And then Vega, all of a sudden when the PA died there, gave away Roche, it was like, bam, we're back in the game for Vega for the next 30 minutes or so. But eventually, near the end of the game, you saw if you don't get that initiation off on Arzik, his turnaround plays were amazing. So, and because he, like you talked about earlier on, the Aether Lens, you can cast everything from super far range. He has Blink, he has Force Staff. I mean, he could be like 4,000 units away, and he could still show up to the team fight ready to save somebody at a moment's notice, it feels like. And at the other side, we talked about his supports of Vega, not that great in this game for helping out. Maybe they could save somebody, but really well played all around, and I'm surprised Bamboo didn't feed more than he normally does, but congrats to my buddy getting this win against Vega. I'm pretty sure it makes him feel happy, and I want to see how well he does in the next game, or if maybe the stand-in's back. He won't be, or the original player is back. Bamboo won't be standing in. We'll have to see.
Yeah. 7, 8, and 30 assists, the highest in the game. Undershock also a hell of a performance, 18 and 3, and we already boasted about how great the support staff was for ProDota Gaming. So let's just move things on and see if Vega are going to be able to come back. We'll cut to a break. When we return, game number 2 of ProDota Gaming versus Vega. Squadron here for the Star Ladder I-League Invitational. I'm KotLGuy, that's Ryu Boras. We'll cut to a small break, and when we return, it's going to be game 2.